I live my life a quarter mile at a time.
What's going on, everybody? And welcome back to the Quarter Mile Podcast. We are back. I am one of your hosts, CJ Walton, and I'm here with the main guy, the one who started it all, who did it all.
I'm your other host, Drew Davis, and we kind of have two guests. I don't know. One you may not be able to see.
Let's see. Come here. Hold on. Let me see.
And also, most of our people are audio listeners, so you definitely they're like
They don't know. Let me see if you can you say hi?
Also, our human guest is Matthew Blevins.
And our human guest.
Welcome back.
It's good to be here. I get second billing to Gizmo, but I think that's appropriate.
Well, and you guys kind of have similar things.
Yeah, we're both shaggy.
But I want to scratch your beard. I
Yeah,
scratch his.
Okay, I'm housebroken.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, you're more housebroken than he is.
Oh, okay. So. Well, mine's just recent. So,
and you know what? And we're gonna send Gizmo out.
Okay,
right, we'll be back.
We're sending Gizmo away. He's
R.I.P.
He's gonna go do archery.
We tried. This is our second attempt of having him on the podcast, and it's gone just as well. Matthew, just last time we had you was for the Fast and the Furious 1955 edition, but and that was a while ago. That was the season finale of our season 2. So we're practically new people since then. What's been going on in your life?
I just got back from Los Angeles recently. I did chocolate sundaes out at the Laugh Factory, and that was always a good time. And it's so surreal because you're just traveling. I mean, traveling is different when you're broke like I am. So
right.
I was
creative.
I was on Spirit Airlines and many buses and metros and all sorts of things to get me there. But by golly, we got to the show. I wore the pink suit all the way to the venue. So,
love it.
Yeah.
And how did the show go?
It was great. I mean, it's a fantastic show. It's one of the best shows in the country. I don't know if they were expecting me, but but it was a blast. I had a good time. And then I was in Omaha last week and did a show while I was there. And I've just been all over the place. And I'm excited to be back in Nashville and excited to be back on the Quarter Mile Podcast.
Now, let me ask you this. Did you live your life a quarter mile at a time while you were out there?
It felt like it. It felt like it because, like I said, I had to walk a half a mile to my shady Sunset Strip.
There we go.
Love
Let's
it.
go.
Motel, I think you would call it. Someone shot off like a artillery shell at 4:00 in the morning right outside of the hotel, and I thought that it was all happening because
wow. You were like living in one of the movies that we've been reviewing.
Yeah,
you were just
That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah,
Man.
it's like it's all going to happen right now. But actually, LA was not bad. It was perfectly fine.
I went out there. It wasn't that bad. I just did not like driving.
Oh yeah.
Matthew, you're always a great guy. I love having you on our shows. Love having you on this show.
We missed you.
Every guest since you just has been not you. know?
Yeah.
And
That's
so,
I get that often for better or worse.
Some would say though, Matthew is a real saint.
Oh God.
And
That's a heck of a segue right there.
dude leads us into what we're talking about today. The Saint. It's such a big movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's lots of adjectives.
Such a big.
It's big.
My big question, and maybe this is a good starting point for us, because listeners, if you don't know, me and CJ alternate, which movies we pick, but we also at the beginning of the season we each pick certain amount of movies. I think we said 10 for this one.
Yeah.
And so like she picks half and I picks half. And I'd never seen The Saint before. And I'll be honest, I didn't even know it was a movie that existed. And this was one of the ones you picked. So I was curious as to how this one, because it felt a little out of left field. 90s, Val Kilmer.
Hey, did you watch the Val Kilmer one?
Oh God. This might be a super short episode because I too watched the Val Kilmer one.
I watched the 2017 one.
Well, there was a 2017 one.
Yeah, the last one with Sir Roger Moore.
Here's the thing, CJ.
Sir Roger Moore was
We came back, huh?
2 weeks ago, we texted about this.
Yeah,
I
but and in
showed
the
you
email, but in the email when you sent it, it pulls up 2017.
Oh yeah, that's because I had the wrong one in the email, which is not helpful information at this point.
But here's the thing: it's always a re-edit.
It's the same character.
It's the same character.
It was a radio show before
Absolutely.
that. with
Okay.
Vincent Price. It
Yeah.
had a
Was there
radio
like
show.
a TV show
There was
too?
a TV
Yeah.
show with-
It's based off of a TV show
Okay.
with Roger Moore and
with
then
Sir
I apologize, Sir Roger Moore.
Roger Moore.
Okay. Well, you know what we're gonna do? We're living our life a quarter mile at a time now. Let's get into this movie review.
Yeah,
and watch
because-
2 different movies, and who knows what's gonna happen here?
Well, actually, though, so what I am going to do, because I did do the research on the all,
Yeah.
you know me and my nerdy butt, but
I'm 100% okay with you carrying this one. Now, Matthew, did you watch the
Yeah, I watched
correct
the
one,
second-
or did you watch the one
I
that
watched the one with Val Kilmer, so
and the late great Val Kilmer.
yeah, for sure. This was not his greatest.
This was not one of it. Yeah,
It
but
was not.
I could have sworn I saw Val Kilmer in screenshots or something.
I've been
I did that. I'll do that. This is on me. You know, my schedule has been completely haywire.
yeah.
So this is the first time in quarter mile history that I watched the wrong movie. They did it correctly. I can take accountability.
Look at you. Good for you.
Absolutely.
We're both men, so I take no blame for
we don't
any
need
of this.
you don't
I
need
take-
accountability when you're a man.
I take all the blame and all the accountability, but as a woman, I'm gonna make it right though. I'm gonna be like, but guess what you didn't do?
Okay,
Like,
yeah. We'll hear about it later.
So
Tune in next week to see what Drew did wrong.
so I'm gonna let you guys hear. So I'm gonna sit back, don't worry about it. I'm gonna read it.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is the 2017. This is the last one. Is a TV movie reboot of the classic franchise about Simon Templar, an international thief. I messed up. International thief and modern day Robin Hood. The installment stars Adam Rayner as Simon Templar, Elijah Dushka. I cannot believe you guys missed Eliza Dushka.
She's so hot.
Dude,
And I'm
as
sure she's a
Patricia.
wonderful person too.
Dude, she stole this movie.
Yeah. Okay.
She stole this movie, bro. Like
I'm-
every scene that
It
she was
sounds
in.
awesome.
I'm in. I'm invested now.
I mean, would I watch it again? Yeah, but every scene that she was in.
Yeah, ours had Elizabeth Shue, who was kind of a
Well,
childhood crush of mine.
First
so
off, it's Elizabeth Shue.
She's
Yeah,
oddly. I was thinking about that, and as I watch, she's oddly attractive to me, despite the things I've seen in her. Like I'm not normally into older women, older than me.
But it's Elizabeth Shue though.
And this movie she wasn't old, but I'm thinking like she took me back to when I was watching The Boys. Like she's
Okay.
still
Yeah, that was a good one. Okay, let me finish up.
yeah.
As Patricia Holm and features appearances by the Saint alumni Roger Moore and Ian Ogilvy.
okay.
So Ogilvy was in this, like the original, like they had two of the original characters from the original Saint.
Well, this sounds great.
It actually was. It was pretty cool. So the plot centers around Templar. He's being drawn into a high class stake scheme involving $2.5 billion in stolen humanitarian aid, a desperate banker whose daughter is kidnapped, and a shadowy enemy from Templar's past. Throughout the film, he must outsmart criminals and authorities alike while making tough moral decisions, cultivating and saving the hostages, returning the money, and comforting the architect behind both the theft and his parents' death. Did that happen in yours?
No, none of that
None
happened.
of that.
Ours was about Russians and cold fusion, and
These were the Russians.
okay,
Okay, so-
we have common ground. That's a useful start.
These were
I'll-
Russians.
I feel
Okay.
like the character of Simon Templar was just a terrible person for the whole movie.
Oh my!
and-
he was
yeah,
awful.
and
Awful.
the opening scene of our movie, it was in. So did it start with him in an orphanage where you got to understood like him as a small child? Was that part of the movie?
The opening scene of him was him fighting, but they had flashbacks.
They didn't show it. Okay, because
They had flashbacks. Of him.
I thought this movie was going to be way good based off of just the opening.
Yeah, you had child murder in the first 3 minutes.
Oh yeah, now
that little girl falls and dies, and it's like, whoosh, and there's no payoff for the rest of the movie.
No, you.
Okay, whereas Simon sees his parents' death. He hears his father asking the man, please at least spare my family. And the man was like, man, kills the mother, kills.
Wow.
Okay, yeah, ours opened with a mean like nuns and orphanage people.
Yeah, he was in some sort of Catholic.
He was Catholic.
Yeah.
He was Catholic in ours.
And every time he had a different identity, it was a different saint name. So that probably was something that was in this one, right?
He always had a different name, but
were they always saints?
No.
So what I found hilarious
maybe
was the New Scotland Yard when Elizabeth Shue's character tells them that he's using different saints' names and that this is the first time that had occurred to them. I'm like, New Scotland Yard is really falling off.
Right.
I understand that this is pre-Wikipedia, but it's like you should know these things if you're going to be a...
Not pre-Wikipedia.
Man, what a world pre-Wikipedia.
Not pre-Wikipedia. That's a sentence right there. Pre-Wikipedia.
Pre-Wikipedia. It's hard to say, but it's a harder world to live in.
Okay, so yours was with the 1997 film. So it was a modernized reboot with a sleek tech-savvy Simon Templar posing as a thief and spy. He focused more on espionage and romance than the classic thief elements. So the plot was different than the original. That's the one you guys watched.
It was like a love story. But
okay. Oh.
Where he catfishes a woman pretending to be a South African poet.
He literally steals her formula for cold fusion. He's going to sell it to Russians for $8 million.
But he's morally justified because once he gets to 50 million, he's out of the game. So he can screw Elizabeth Shue literally and figuratively over.
Yep.
And
he literally sleeps with her to
get it.
What is that? What happened in this?
Yeah. She keeps her secrets in her bra.
I
mean, for cold fusion. I mean, maybe others. I don't know. But and so to get that, he has to like seduce her. And the plot, if that's what you want to call it, he falls in love with her in the process and is conflicted. But while being conflicted because he loves this woman, he still makes literally every wrong decision. Even at the end of the movie, when they decide to be together. And that's another thing that bothered me about this movie is that she is like Stockholm syndromed into loving this man.
She has a bad heart, so she has to be.
And there is none of that.
No.
in 2017.
I think that they tried to pretend that the 1997 version never happened. If they were smart, they would have.
Val Kilmer even like admitted that movie sucked.
Yeah. He said that to Roger Moore. Apparently, he said that we really didn't do it the service that it deserved.
Yeah.
Because he went back and read the Simon Templar stories, and apparently they're quite good. I can't see that
based off
from what I've
But now that I have to, I'm gonna have to watch this 2017 one to see if it redeems.
Yeah. So and I wrote this out. I was like because I went down a rabbit hole with this movie. So the Saint has had an adaptation over the years. So it started in the 1930s.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we all know that it was a classic black and white film. It introduced Simon Templar as a suave gentleman thief, sometimes simplified, just kind of like an early Robin Hood. Mm-hmm. Of course, he gave way to the now infamous James Bond. So, you can...
I kept picking up similar vibes to James.
Yeah.
So was Simon Templar before or after James Bond?
He was a complete... James Bond was characterized to be after
Templar. After Simon Templar.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So whereas Templar has more of a rugged, Bond is more crisp, more classy.
Sure.
So their similarity, they would be in the same. If they were to team up with each other, then
that'd be a fun crossover.
It'd be a great crossover.
It would. But I did write down in my notes that Simon Templar was like James Bond for dorky homeschooled Catholic kids.
Sounds about right.
Matthew.
I try.
Matthew. Wait,
Dorky.
Dorky, right?
Dorky homeschooled Catholic kids. Yeah, they might have been impressed with the shenanigans that went on
The
in
sad
this
part
movie.
is he is right about that.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
Because
like,
the 2017 version kind of
and
is that.
the dorky Catholic kind of homeschooled kids in the beginning of the movie really were big fans of Simon Templar.
They were, yes.
Exactly.
He was
Like,
running around with a cape until his girlfriend. They were.
he had a cape.
He had a cape and a girlfriend. This all happened in the first 3 minutes, and then she died. There was just Christian iconography all over the place. It was just willy nilly with the iconography, and then kid death. So it's very
Yeah.
Catholic
Well-
in that regard.
Now, let me ask you this. Was Patricia Holmes, as his assistant, was she in the Val Kilmer movie?
I don't think that there was a.
I don't think he had an assistant.
Yeah, there was no
Okay.
assistant.
He was
There-
working alone. Maybe
was
maybe
speaking
he
to
had it.
someone regarding how much money he was
Yeah.
trying to make. I have no idea.
So
who
they
were.
might have alluded to her because he had some kind of network he was working with. I don't think I ever saw like a female protagonist.
No, there were no.
Well, except for Elizabeth Shue. but-
Elizabeth Shue, and then there was a gal in the underground that was kind of leading some.
Oh, that might have been her, and she was the same, maybe because
Maybe.
she seemed like someone who
there was a
important.
backstory or
Yeah.
a history there.
she was also played by, I can't remember the name of the actress, but she was one of the villains in GoldenEye because she was the really hot villainess that like would try to kill James Bond by sleeping with him.
Okay.
Well, the reason is because Patricia Holmes, as his assistant, and she only was literally his assistant, because she only appeared sporadically. The last installment was Elijah Dushka.
One of my favorite.
One of the
childhood
my
crushes.
favorite lines, and that's what I was going to ask y'all. Like, what was my favorite line? But that's when the girl who was running the underground fight ring, she was like, "Have you not slept with him?" She was like, "Why do I need to?" No, we just work together. She was like,
Oh,
"So
that's
you
a
haven't
nice-
had the pleasure of sleeping with him?" She was like, "Why do I need to?"
Huh.
Like, so he
Yeah.
wasn't
Yeah.
after her at all. It was other women like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get her," but not his assistant at
No,
all.
Just
that's
would
a
not
sacred
cross that.
relationship.
Yeah.
Gets weird after you sleep with them.
And she's like,
Mhm.
ex-army or some shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there definitely wasn't any sort of character like this, nor many women with redeeming qualities in this movie. If he had a female assistant, she probably would have stopped all of the plot from happening.
She would have been like, "This is a terrible idea."
Yeah, don't catfish this poor woman with a bad heart.
So true.
Okay, well, in 1945 to 1950,
Proud of us for making this episode.
This
work,
episode is
guys.
working as hell.
said, "Don't catfish."
I'm telling you, he does terrible things. You should watch it.
You're going to watch it just because now.
There's a point where this was subtle, but in the wrong movie that we watched, there was a point where they both get like kidnapped and are being in the van, and I'm pretty sure he on purpose steals her heart medication so that he can that he can give it to her to win her over so that she can help him escape.
Yeah. I've got 2 of your heart pills in my hand. Why don't you bend down here and pull them out with your
And
teeth?
How are you taking
and then-
somebody's heart
Because
medication?
he's a pickpocket. That's what he does. He's very swift in his hands. And then while she's down there getting getting the knife to help so that he can cut out, he literally looks at this woman and he's like, "Well, since you're down there."
Okay, let me ask you this: did he have an English accent?
He had all the accents in this
He
movie.
could, like,
He did a German thing. He did a Russian thing.
he could
did.
impersonate whoever he wants.
Right now, okay, yeah, because that's right. Because Simon Templar can impersonate whoever.
Val Kilmer, however, cannot.
Matthew, get the hell out my house.
He's got 5 voices. One of them was Doc Holliday, just straight up Doc Holliday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good
It
movie.
It was a good movie, but it didn't have
not
a
for
place.
not for Simon Templar.
No.
Can I just interject? This was my revelation I had during this movie, and I feel terrible, and it might mean I'm a bad person.
Does it though?
I don't, just as an actor, I don't like Val Kilmer.
Oh, okay.
He has, in my mind,
One just
a very punchable face.
Yeah, he does.
And now here's the one
Yeah.
movie I liked him in, I liked him in Top Gun because he was like
Sure.
he was the anti-hero, he was supposed to be that kind of jerky guy.
Yeah,
But I didn't like him in Batman. Also, I learned that he decided not to do another Batman because he decided to do this movie.
this was one of my points of contention with this movie, is that it is the reason we have George Clooney Batman.
Yeah, it was. I don't know
how that
but I didn't love him in his Batman either. Like,
That's true, but
George Clooney that ruined Batman for me.
it did, and they gave Batman nipples because Val Kilmer did The Saint. That's all I'm.
You know what?
true.
You're right about that though. May you rest in peace.
Yeah.
He did have a punchable face.
Well, and my favorite Val Kilmer role, which never gets enough love and respect, in my opinion, is Real Genius, where he's Chris Knight. He's with the Caltech Institute of Technology. He's inventing a laser, and he gets taken advantage of.
I need to see that.
And he's a smart aleck, just really funny, just quick-witted, and it's hilarious. It's one of my favorite of all time movies.
Okay.
Watch
I'll
Real Genius. Don't watch The Saint.
Maybe watch the 2017
the
one.
2017 one, maybe.
I mean, maybe because
don't watch the 90s
we finna finish that up too. Like that's crazy. Like I think my favorite Val Kilmer might be Doc Holliday. I hate to say it, but it is. I think that was when I was in my Western phase.
Okay. Yeah.
So like that.
I haven't done a huge Val Kilmer deep dive, and just the
man's resume is
the stuff I've seen him in. I'm just like, as an actor.
Right. I will say this though: the man's resume was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like it's like okay, so let's keep going about the Saints because it's a complete adaptation of a lot of stuff. And maybe I'm a conspiracy theorist. I wonder, did they do it differently because it was based off of a TV series?
There probably was a whole lot of source material that they could go off of.
Exactly.
Right?
Like the 97 movie versus the 2017, and after 2017, that's it. That was the last one. It started in 1930. It was a radio drama from 1945 to 1951. Multiple actors played.
Vincent Price was one of them.
Vincent Price.
Yeah.
1962 to 1969. That's when that's the Roger Moore era. And Patricia Home was not prominent, but that's when the Patricia Home fan base started.
Okay.
So, she had her own fan base.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Because Simon Templar is such a jerk, they need to find another hero.
Yeah.
There you go. 1978 to 1979, it was the return of the same TV series, British action adventure TV. And then he was updated to the late 1970s. And then that's when Ian Ogilvy was featured as Templar, all of that fun stuff. And then here comes Val Kilmer with 1997. So they didn't do it from 79 until 1997.
They had a lot of time to study source material.
Get him out of here.
And I
already know where he's going with this. I'm not looking at him right now.
I'm just saying they had so much time. So much time to make
audition
and it's like they spent 20 years making the worst possible version,
and then they had to wait like from 97 to
2017.
So 20 years.
You have to take a 20-year break.
Are you ready for this? You guys watched the Hollywood action thriller.
Mm-hmm.
I watched the made for TV.
Okay. Then it had British actors, and so there was very pinkies up kind of.
I guess because it was just. I mean, Elisha. She's Russian.
Oh,
isn't she? Or German?
I'm not sure what she is.
Gorgeous. But that's not a nationality.
Is that not? Hers is. She's in her own. Yeah, it was a lot of English, except the girl who was kidnapped. Except the people that was kidnapped, they were American, but they were took money from South Africa.
Okay, so there's the link.
There you go.
There's the link.
There's that.
Now I think Templar, he's American too.
No, he's British.
He's supposed to be British. Okay, well,
but then what? In
this, I couldn't tell what the hell Val Kilmer was.
Well, in this movie, he was able to successfully run and find safety at the American embassy.
Yeah, and he apparently always carries $800 worth of wine money in his underwear, so that's useful.
There's a reoccurring theme in the 27 or in the 90s one about like putting important
stuff in your underwear.
What? No, this man was after he was trying to figure out, like, okay, he was over kids bullying him, and what did he steal? He stole the grades to a test. He was like, Dad, he was like, I wasn't cheating, I stole them. And he was like, well, why did you even do that? He was like, because I wanted the kids to like me. He was like, you're a Templar. You have something greater than you. And
Oh, that's so nice. And this one, he mouthed off to a teacher in the first 3 minutes, which was the best part of the movie. Like those first, as him as a kid, and the teacher locked him and all the boys up until he admitted his wrongdoing, and he never did. And then he refused to feed them. He locked them in the cafeteria, refusing to feed them, and then he locked the girls up in the girls' dorm. And so his first act of heroism,
heroism.
his first act of being a good guy.
Sheroism.
Yeah, there we go. And this was the only good, nice thing he did for the whole movie. He like picked the lock to get food for all the kids. Then he led them to freedom, and then he went up and he rescued all the girls. And then he almost kissed his girlfriend on a balcony, but then she fell off and died.
Now he kissed in this movie. This girl. Now he did get the shit slapped out of him by this one woman.
Okay.
And then she was like, you know what you did. He spoke some type of she looked to be Haitian or Dominicana, whatever she was. She a little bit lighter than me. And she was like, really, Simon? And bow, slapped the hell out of him.
He had that coming from the 97 movie.
Yeah. I think he did get slapped once in the 97 movie.
Elizabeth Shue did slap.
She did slap him at the beginning.
It was very warranted. Yes.
Yeah. It's just I decided I didn't like the movie as soon as I started seeing what they were trying to do. I was like, she's gonna wind
Who else was it? Okay, so who else besides Elizabeth Shue and Val Kilmer was in that movie? Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, not a lot of memorable
no, I don't
faces.
think there's any big.
You were right. The tone shifted over time from The Gentleman Thief with charm and moral flexibility in early works to more polished spy thief hybrid in the 1997 film, and back towards an adventurous humanitarian themes in more recent adaptation.
Okay.
So Val Kilmer was a complete hybrid.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
it was the 90s. It was just, that was the flavor. And they had the cool 90s internet, and they had the Nokia phone that
floppy disks.
Oh, the floppy disks. I miss the 90s tech, to be honest with you. I want that Nokia phone. I want to text people and call them Spider. I have dreams about that.
But that poem that he supposedly wrote as Thomas Merton, quote unquote, that was actually Val Kilmer wrote that poem.
Yeah, and it didn't suck any less knowing that. He felt that that they didn't give the story enough, or they had done a disservice to the character of Simon Templar. But maybe he was just so happy with all of the 5 accents that he was able to do.
Well, the one fun fact that I did hear for the 90s movie I read was that the original ending was going to have, when they broke into, and he saved Elizabeth Shue, they were going to have her get murdered.
Oh.
And actually die. And it was going to lead into a sequel where, like, he goes and finishes the whatever with Cold Fusion. But the screening audiences really didn't like the main female lead dying. So they decided to lighten up the ending.
Oh, and you know what? Like, they brought her back. Again, they started in the 30s, and then they brought her back with Roger Moore, and that's where she got her fan base from. Mm-hmm. So, but like you said, she wasn't in the 97. I wonder why.
And perhaps that this was like an amalgam. They just gave these traits to Elizabeth Shue. She was smart and neurotic and interesting, and
what's her name in the. Do we remember?
I don't. It's only been 2 days.
I was just appalled at the lack of chemistry between the two of them.
It was that bad?
Oh, man. You could not believe the relationship for a moment.
It was like it was so bad that, like, you were rooting against them. You're like, she should not be with him.
No, yeah, I don't understand this at all. I know he's supposed to be the protagonist, and then the female character should.
He literally was saying they should sell Cold Fusion. He never actually decided to do the right thing. She did the right thing at the end of like, no, I'm going to give this to people for free because it's an important discovery. And then he was like, okay, that was a good call.
And then he shows up to make her giggle and then run away from Scotland Yard again. There was no point in him being there at the end.
Not even
He kind of ruined her event in just a little bit.
Yeah.
It was very dude behavior. It's like, I got to make this about me. I'm going to wear funny teeth, and we're going to...
As a made-for-TV movie, the visuals and the action sequences were solid, but they weren't, like, groundbreaking, to say the least.
Sure.
Some reviewers note the film's pacing can feel rushed, especially compared to the more polished cinema releases.
Okay.
So whereas Kilmer's was more polished because this was again, I didn't know I was watching a made-for-TV movie, and now looking back, that makes all the sense.
Did it feel like when you were thinking you were watching a made-for-movie movie, you were like, oh, these special effects aren't that great, but now that you know it's a TV movie, where you're like, oh, that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. I guess I enjoyed it because, for one, I was okay with him showing the flashbacks.
Mm-hmm.
The flashbacks, I think, were the best part for me because it showed, like, why he was after this person, why this person was after him. This man was always after him. He literally is like Wile E. Coyote.
Mm-hmm.
Like, catch me if you can never catch me. And every time you catch me, I'm out.
Yeah.
So that part was always funny.
Yeah.
The cops never catching him was real. So it was actually more funny and in action than anything.
Yeah, I love that. Sounds like a great movie.
That sounds like a much better movie. In this one, he didn't do anything that I would consider necessarily smart for a character of like he's checking into hotels with saints' names, thinking he's being all cute. Elizabeth Shue tracks him down immediately.
Like, what do you mean by saint? Like, he's going, like, his name is already Saint Templar.
Right, but he's used like saints throughout history. He's just borrowing their names.
Well, and that's one of the parts of his character in this movie is because once they get where she's like, no, tell me your real name. And he's like, I don't have a name, because every time he does a different operation, he'll use a secret identity, or whenever he's trying to get into somewhere, he'll use it. But it's always a patron saint because he grew up in that Catholic and when he in the 3-minute scene that was actually good at the beginning of the movie, what got him in trouble, he was painting a picture of a Templar, and he thought a Templar was really cool. And then someone's, the name they gave him in the orphanage was Simon Peter. And so then later when someone asked him his name as a child, he was like, Simon Templar was what he said.
Okay, so in this one, his dad was telling him, you're a Templar, you're greater than this. And then and it was this very special ring, and apparently the knight, he's a knight of the Templars.
Okay.
He had some more backstory. He had some more like
a rich backstory.
Yeah, very rich backstory.
This one was like part of his trial as a character was like he didn't know who he was.
And it seemed like he was using his skills mostly to get strange women.
Yep.
That was
no, this one, they were literally, we need your help. We need you to protect. Literally, he was robbing from the rich, giving back to the poor. And this woman, her husband was the one. She actually set the husband up.
Okay.
And got the stepdaughter kidnapped.
Oof.
So, yeah. And the stepdaughter was like, I knew it. I knew you weren't shit when I fucking saw you. Like.
Yeah, in this one, he walks through a woman's apartment to collect information about her, and then he's narrating it out loud the entire time. Just a terrible spy. He's just like, he's like, oh, this is her dad, and then he takes a picture. He's like talking the entire time. If you're walking around someone's apartment trying to like get information about that, if I was in your house right now walking around like snooping through your cabinets, I'm not going to be narrating it out loud the entire time.
Like you doing a
podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
It makes no sense from the context of like the character, but if you're watching it in a movie, it's like, oh, now I understand what's happening right now because he's saying all of it.
So do we want to do a Too Fast, Too Furious rating for?
Well, I want to hear what Matthew's notes were, because you said you wrote.
Oh yeah,
I had some notes. Yeah. What did I write down? Because most of it was very cynical, I believe.
That's okay.
Yeah. So I wrote things like a little ass Robin Hood. That was
fair.
I mean,
because he was stealing from the rich for himself.
Okay, so in this one, he was stealing for the rich, and he kept it.
Yeah, basically, because he was trying to get 50 million so that he could retire and stop stealing.
Oh no, okay. So this one Simon was trying to get it back so he could save someone's daughter.
He was just trying to get out of the business. Just trying to.
Wow, yeah, no.
Yeah, no, he wanted $50 million for, I don't know why, because he can't live off 42.5.
Yeah, like at the beginning,
he had 42.5 in the bank, but he said, as soon as I get 50 million, I'm going to quit.
Because 42.5 is not enough.
It's not enough. It's not enough.
That's the lesson. Be grateful for what you have, gang. And if you only have $42 million, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't have $42.
If I had 42.5, I would catfish a woman and then steal her heart medication so that I could get the rest by stealing her recipe for cold fusion.
I don't know.
Selling it to the Russians.
I don't know if I would catfish a woman, but I definitely would do something. I don't know what I would do.
Yeah,
I'd be cool with the 42 million.
I'd be good with 7.
Yeah.
Just 7.
I'm not gonna lie to you. 1 million is okay right
Yeah,
All right,
yeah, that would go a long way.
so far.
He's stealing microchips, which I don't know why people aren't stealing microchips anymore. In the 90s, we were all trying to steal microchips.
It was a big thing.
Yeah. And then we're just over microchips.
Now it's in movies. Now it's
You
thumb
need to talk about
drives.
that. Yeah, thumb drive. And this was a thumb drive in this movie because it was
2017, they were stealing the thumb drives.
So they're stealing. Okay. All right. So now we're stealing thumb drives. Microchips have evolved into thumb drives. They have USB connections now, so that's handy. I don't know what the other microchip did. It was just like a way for him to.
What? Yeah. What did he?
It was more like a MacGuffin. It was just a device.
Right. I think that was just the introduction to his character and the fact that he met the some of the Russian villains at the beginning.
Yeah, and then he catfished his first woman into wearing his cross necklace that had them, so she could smuggle it for him.
And he slept with her, and then he threw the necklace out in her trash as he was walking out.
Yeah,
Which just seems rude.
And also the South African persona that he took on. There's no way he could land Elizabeth Shue. That's not going to happen.
That guy was so creepy, and
he can become many people, but all of them are insufferable. That I have that note here.
This is like the roast of the 90s, the Saint.
Okay, so every alter ego is a saint. If they're anywhere close to how he is in the movie, I never want to meet an actual saint. I had that as a note. Also, there was a bit about where they did Russian roulette.
Yes.
My thought was, do they just call it roulette there?
I remember that scene in the Russian roulette because in the back of my head, I was like, I hope the movie ends with him just getting shot.
Just right in the head.
I've never rooted for the villain until.
It was released in 1997. Of course, it is only in English and Russian. Those are only 2 languages it's known for. And there are some alternative versions in the UK. It budgeted 68. It was estimated at 68 million.
They spent $68 million. There should be a class action lawsuit. Were you subjected to the 1997 movie The Saint?
I just wanted Matthew's response to that. That's what I know. What y'all was looking at me right now, but I was literally wanting to see.
They should have stopped at 42.
Vessel pop out of Matthew.
They should have stopped at 42.5.
Okay, you ready for this? Opening weekend. What do you think it made?
Just the opening weekend.
Opening weekend in U.S. and Canada.
This is 97, and it was a Val Kilmer piece. Maybe it did 20.
So you're close. 16,000.
Okay, okay.
16 million. 278,873. It grossed in U.S. Canada 61,363,000.
Class action lawsuit.
He's gonna slap the hell out of me right now.
Yeah.
Guess what it grossed worldwide?
Oh, I don't even.
Probably a lot more.
It did.
It profited.
Probably about at least 60,000 or 60 million.
No, 118 million.
What in the
63,304.
I'm not going to cuss. I'm not. But I just have all of the cuss words coming through my brain. Right.
I just want to see his veins pop.
Oh,
some fun facts about the movie.
There was nothing fun about this movie, except for the problematic behavior towards women, but that was 97 fun. We can't have that kind of fun anymore.
This is a car that they don't drive anymore. Here's a fun fact. The car that Simon Templar drives is a 97 Volvo C70 Coupe.
Why is he driving a Volvo? Was he worried about gas mileage and safety?
I think so.
Yeah, that's funny because like he doesn't seem like a Volvo guy.
And then there's a car chase, and he just drives the other direction, and then the car chase is over. Do you remember that? They go through the parking garage, and then they get out, and then they turn left, and he turns right, and it's just over.
I remember thinking, like, okay, here we go. This might be something, and it wasn't.
No, and then they played a crappy cover of a Cars song, and then the chase is over. And let's go bug Elizabeth's shoes some more.
Well, you got some people that liked it. Am I the only one to like it?
Addresses.
Someone said that. Am I the only one to like this movie?
Yes.
I liked it not as the Saint, but as an elaborate action movie with a twist. Val Kilmer bears nothing in him that gets even close to Roger Moore's character. But if you look away from that and try to see it as an ordinary film, it's really good. First of all, Val Kilmer performs fairly well, despite his weird accents.
Okay.
Okay, here's my problem with that review.
It stands.
I really like this artist type of guy who seduces Emma Russell. He was great fun.
What? The South African twat. He liked that character.
Yes. As far as and this is Ramstein, by the way. As for the story, well, I didn't bother to check for anomalies. I knew I'd find plenty. I only have two more things to say. Elizabeth Shue is absolutely stunningly beautiful in this film. Oh, and the cool car that we only got to see for a few seconds is a Volvo C70, a worthy replacement of the Volvo P1800 that Moore Saint drove in. So it was.
Oh, so there's a history of the Volvo.
There we go.
So they were like, we don't need anything about the character except for the fact that he drives the same.
Drives a Volvo.
Yeah,
because he has to take his kids to school after he's done.
Someone said this is a guilty pleasure. I love this movie as a movie bluff. I must admit, objectively, this is a bad movie. The writing is ridiculous, the plot is convoluted, and Val Kilmer's accents are bizarre. But I love the movie. It is a wonderful combination of danger and romance that makes for great fantasy. The chemistry between Kilmer and Shue holds this movie together.
Well, wait a minute. I want a class action lawsuit about this person.
This is oh wow, Crew Girl.
Crew Girl, you do not know chemistry. I think you failed high school chemistry.
It is a delight to watch them realize that their skin-deep attraction goes much deeper. If you can suspend your disbelief and just enjoy the ride, The Saint is a fun movie. Despite its flaws, The Saint is a guilty pleasure to enjoy in when your own life is lacking in explosions, gunfights, and sudden passionate romance.
I think we're talking more about this person's life at this point.
All right, and here's the one that, oh wow, avoid this movie at all costs. This movie was an unbelievable mess. It made little sense, and until the end, by then I didn't care. I like Val Kilmer, but in this movie, it seemed like he was definitely just picking up a check. Elizabeth Shue was equally bad. Damn, the plot was ridiculous, and the characters were very flat. And the police, they hadn't figured out that the guy that they were chasing always uses Saint's name. Worst of all, I did not like the way that the Saint was portrayed. He is supposed to be a problem solver, a sort of Robin Hood if you're looking for people to help. In this movie, he was a thief who did the right thing only after he fell in love with the girl. And what was that nonsense at the beginning? Was that supposed to help us understand this character? It didn't. Avoid it at all costs, especially if you like the Roger Moore series.
Matt, did you write that review? Was that back in your...
That was close. There was a point of contention. I can't remember what it was.
Are you Dr. Monster?
Dr. Monster. That's a fantastic name.
You know, Dr. Monster, I think you nailed it.
Yeah, I think you've come closest of all of them.
If you're listening to this podcast review of The Saint, actually I should say The Saints, when I post about this, I'm going to create an image that involves both graphics.
Well, we'll be able to get both fan bases then.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because I think there's a fervent fan base for both of these versions out there. It's the untapped wild frontier of podcast listeners that just hasn't found this.
That's really been the group that's craving some movie review episodes.
It's like, when are they gonna make a review of? And we got everybody's favorite versions of The Saint covered in this podcast.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, that's crazy.
You know, that is funny because I watched this movie and I thought it was the dumbest thing ever. And then like I went to go look up some fun facts. I wait to learn when I haven't seen a movie, I wait to learn literally anything about it till after I watch the movie, just to really just take it in. And so I had no idea that The Saint was a series, that this was like that there were multiple movies. I didn't realize it was a 2017 better version of the movie that I should have watched.
Wait.
And so it is kind of fun, like when you discover like a whole world that you didn't know existed as far as like media and entertainment.
Oh, and here's a goof what happened in the movie. When Dr. Russell is shown with the sketches of Simon's Saint alter egos, the nerdy reporter is in the pack. At the end, she is surprised to find out that he was the nerd, and the detective from Scotland Yard was not sitting next to Simon, does not recognize him in his nerd persona.
Yeah, that was.
It was just for you when you came out as a second nerd, and I mean, it's these movies, and we notice this in a lot of the movies we cover. Like one of the plot devices always like how clueless the cops are.
Oh, sure. Yeah, but the entire nerd persona, though,
it was just creepy too.
Well, it was creepy, and also he was just trying to make the event about him just a little bit. That's the only reason it exists.
He almost derailed her entire speech because she couldn't.
Yeah, because she was snickering at his nerd persona. That it was a callback to their first meeting, and I remember what my point of contention with Dr. Monster or whatever his name was. I think Val Kilmer was trying his ass off, actually, and he was just doing bad.
I can't give you anything because I've never seen it.
But I'm just saying that Val Kilmer was just like, this is my like masterpiece here. This is where I get to showcase all of my depth and
CJ, I guess in a couple of weeks we'll need to come back and like have watched the different versions of the Saints.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. We're definitely doing that. It had a 6.2 out of 10 on IMDb, by the way.
That seems generous.
Yeah, it really does. That's 6.2 movies I could watch all day long. This movie,
I'll give it a 1, 2, or 3. 3 if I'm in a really good mood.
This is a strong 4.2 for an IMDb rating in my book.
Well, and that brings us to our Fast and Furious ratings.
Yeah.
I'll start with our esteemed, lovely guest, Matthew.
Yeah.
You already know how this goes. Is it too fast, too furious, or furious? What are we doing here?
Which one is the bad one again? Because I'm giving all of those.
It's so Too Furious is the word.
Too Furiouses, yes.
Wait, Too Furiouses? Did you put
you have to pluralize Furiouses because I want it to be known that there are multiple. If I could buy a vowel and get another Furiouses on there, I'd buy 3 Furiouses.
Okay, Drew.
I'm gonna have to give it a 2 Furious as well. I think one of my new qualifications for if I don't like a movie is if I can't watch it in one sitting. If I remember seeing this movie and I was trying to watch it and I just decided I needed a break from it. I decided I think I went to go play video games, or I think I just went to watch regular TV. I don't remember, but I was like, I can't do this anymore.
It sounds like a bad relationship.
I was like, I'll revisit it tomorrow morning when I like life better.
And I can't give it a rating because
No, but you can rate the one that you did.
The one that I did see, I'll give a fast.
Okay,
one fast.
Yeah, just one fast. Like, would I watch it again? Yeah.
Okay.
I want you guys to watch it because it's definitely better than what you guys.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll make it a priority.
Say that it's way better. Well, I'm not way better, but definitely better.
2 whole rankings better.
Yeah, 2 whole rankings better. That's it.
That's it. Do you have any best bits for us? It'll be challenging because we haven't seen the movie, but
I do
because we're currently at CJ's got 9 points and I got 10 points.
I do. Let's see if you can guess.
This will be tough. It's 100% guessing.
This is 100%.
I think I can still get it. Hold on.
All right, let's see. My 3 faves. So these were my 3 favorite scenes. Kind of like just they made me go, ooh, okay.
Light-skinned Haitian woman slaps the shit. Was that one of the 3?
No.
Oh, okay.
So the cameo of Sir Roger Moore giving a memorable telling off to the villain.
Okay.
The police arguing in the car, and he asked them, how did he even become a detective? Or the scene on the train where they get into a fight and Simon handcuffs the officer, and the way he did was like, and then he hops on another car and was like, adios, I'm out.
Okay, I'm gonna
because the dude came out with like 3 guns. He was like, 3 guns for real? Come on. So which
I'm gonna go. I like that last scene. That I'm gonna. I mean, it's all a complete guess on my end, but I think it's gonna be number 3 for me.
okay.
Yeah, Roger Moore, Sir Roger Moore. I'm going to give it to him because that's
It was actually the middle scene.
It was, okay, so she got 2 points. She's now at 11. I'm at 10.
And the
Okay.
reason it was the middle scene is when I saw Sir Roger Moore, I was like, of course he's supposed to be in it.
Sure.
So I was just being.
I thought he was dead. So that's
This was his last movie.
Oh, okay.
Really?
That was
Okay.
his very last movie. He did an appearance and he died very shortly after.
And did we
Okay.
say earlier that he had done the Saint, like he was another the Saint?
Yeah,
He
he was
was
in
the
a TV
Saint.
in this
Okay.
TV series.
Okay.
It was based completely off of
Yeah, I mean, it's sad that he died, but like, kind of cool that his last movie was
his last movie that
big role.
he was telling off the villain. But the reason I like the cop scene so much is because like what you guys saying, like the cops never fucking figure it out. And they're looking at Simon and the other cop is like, bro, go get him. And he's like, no, follow him. Just keep following him. And then something happened. He was like, how did you even become a detective? Like, and it was just
Right.
the way he said it. And then he was
Mm.
like, why would you even ask that? Like,
Mm.
that's messed up, man. I'm good at my job. And
Huh.
he's not because he's fat and he couldn't run. And it was great.
As a fat, can't run person, I get it. Detective work, not
Oh,
my
he was
thing.
way bigger than you, baby. You're
Ditto.
not fat. You're not fat. You're not fat. But yeah, this was fun.
This was look at us. We just did a movie review where we saw different
I think we
movies.
just set a whole new precedent where both hosts and the guests should all watch 3 different movies.
I think we should.
And then get together and
Of this
see what happens.
genre, though.
Right.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
like, yeah, it has to be the ones where they have multiple remakes.
Yeah.
But this is cool. Matt, tell us, is there anything we can look out for you? Or we'll of course have all your stuff in their social media notes.
You can watch out. I'm on a show on Friday, but I'm not sure when this comes out. So if you're in Murfreesboro, go see objectively the only good thing to do in Murfreesboro at Glades and Brews.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm also excited to be a Clean Comedy Collective certified comedian as well.
Yeah.
I cannot cuss sometimes, you guys, and be funny at the same time. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I can confirm that. I've seen it. I've seen it on several shows.
It's hard. It's hard. Well, thank you.
Yeah, it's a blast as always. You guys
I
are.
love when you come.
Yeah, me.
Yeah, this is-
I love coming here. It's always fun, and just to be able to produce a cohesive podcast when we all watched the wrong movie. I mean, that just speaks to the strength, okay, of the Quarter Mile podcast crew, I believe.
Okay.
Thank
Do you
you.
not understand? Because this is how we do it.
Yeah, this is
here.
what we do.
Literally, like Drew said at the beginning of it, we lived our podcast a quarter mile at a time. So thank you. Shouts out to everybody who's watching. Make sure you follow us online everywhere.
Absolutely.
Shouts out to Anna. We have another sponsor.
She hasn't officially started sponsoring us yet.
Well, I talked to her last night, and like I told her, give us them cupcakes. So I'm manifesting
Okay.
our cuppy cakes.
There could have been cupcakes.
Well, there will be.
There will be cupcakes.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm doing Anna like this. I love you, Anna.
Okay. I love it. She does have really good cupcakes.
She has such good cupcakes, and they're so good. Like she made me strawberry cupcakes with like these pearl dropping. Oh, it was just
Oh,
it was disgustingly fantastic.
So yeah, we're gonna start promoting Anna and her cupcakes.
I'm very excited.
I currently don't remember the name of her.
I just call them Anna cakes.
can I get a little Debbie or something while I'm here?
You can next time you come.
Next
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shouts out to D&D Fitness.
Absolutely.
And shouts out to you. What you got going on?
What do I have going on? Well, the Clean Comedy Collective is blasted away. It's now nationwide.
Nice.
So keep up with that. And if you're listening to this and you're a clean comic or you want to produce a show, go to our website and figure out how you can do that. And then I just have upcoming shows. Last Saturday I recorded for what will be my 3rd special. So
Oh, nice.
and
Congratulations.
and it could potentially be an hour long. I might make it a 45-minute one. I'm still trying to decide if I want to keep it all or
Congrats.
not. But I did tell jokes for an hour.
That's
Nice.
fantastic.
Yeah, so it was really fun, and this podcast has been really fun. And thank you guys for just being awesome.
Thank you for having me as your extra co-host, and thank you to guys for watching. Make sure you get us on YouTube. YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. And if you're on Reddit, I know you can
Yeah, you can find us on Reddit.
find us on Reddit. And I think where else?
Truth Social.
Absolutely not. That's it.
Yeah, just check it out.
Just check us out. Yeah. And just remember to live your life a quarter mile at a time. We'll see you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.